Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragalia Foundry, a fan channel where everything Dragalia Lost can be found. This video is going to contain my first ever clear of Primal Zodiark's trial on the Master difficulty in co-op play. I'm going to be using Kimono Knot for this clear, and I'm playing alongside a Galayuden, Valix, and Isaac, who I have to say was the biggest surprise for me coming into this fight. It turns out I haven't kept up with the light meta because apparently Isaac is a very popular choice as a healer for this battle. So learned something new with that, but of course Kimono Knot, also a staff unit, and just the unit I really like and wanted to play. I don't think that she's made any particular waves in any endgame content per se, but Knot's just a character I really like, so I was able to play her as more of a DPS in this battle because I have an Isaac who's helping heal us via shared skills, lots of skill haste, and applying some buffs that do work through Curse of Nihility. So yeah, pretty good team all around. We have an Elysium there that you can see with that big dragon strike area. We get through the first phase of the fight and on to the second phase, and I have to say, this fight just has a lot going on visually. It's really hard, particularly with all the effects turned on as I have them. It's really hard to tell where all of Zodiark's attacks are happening. You can just see the amount of zones. That Dragon Strike zone, Isaac's buffs. Now there are some orbs that have been summoned. There's various red and purple attacks. There's just lingering hitboxes like the sludge that Zodiark summons. And it even gets more chaotic as the fight goes on. The first part of the fight, some of the Manicaster moves that Zodiark does are a little dangerous. The shotgun move, they can do a lot of damage if you don't dodge them, and they are unleashed fairly quickly. But the second half, I feel like the main danger is just there's so much happening on screen at once, you could accidentally die pretty easily. Having said that, one of the nice things about this fight is you get plenty of shapeshift gauge, and light adventures are pretty good about that in general. Even if you're using the Primal Dragon weapons for this and not the Agito weapons, you're going to get a lot of dragon gauge, and I think that that gives you an element of protection from all of the chaos that's happening on screen, as you can kind of dragon tank your way through a lot of it depending on the characters that you're playing. I'm pretty excited here just about my combo count as Big Knot because we're approaching, that 999 mark. I don't know if we're going to quite get there or not. Probably not, looking by, this attack that happens there. So that's unfortunate. Of course, that's kind of the scripted event that happens in all the Dragon Trials, Primal Dragon Trials that is, where you receive some damage. The dragon does some damage to everybody. Takes them, I guess, to a threshold of their HP. I think that's how it works, since I don't think that can KO you, or maybe it just hasn't in my experience. Maybe it can. But anyway, I switched to healer form for a little bit to get some heals off when that happens. And then I switched back to Big Knot, even though there's a lot happening, and I don't want my teammates to get hurt or anything. I want to make sure I heal them. But I feel like the most effective way to get through this part of the fight, where there's just so much happening at once between these flames that are floating about, these scythes, now the manifestations of other characters who I can't even really see where they are. I feel like the most effective way is to kind of DPS as fast as possible so you don't spend as much time here to begin with. Having said that, I saw Valix got hurt, so that's what prompted me to go into small knot form for a sec, because I thought maybe I do want to get some healing in, but then I see Primal Zodiark's HP is low enough. I have plenty of shapeshift gauge or metamorphosis gauge, as it were. So I decided to switch back to Big Knot here, and let me tell you, you may not be able to notice with the volume being a little lower for the background music and the voice compared to my voiceover, but Knot apparently loves and is very enthusiastic about New Year's. All of her voice lines, all these skills I'm spamming, she's talking about the New Year's, which I thought was just a very charming touch and very endearing. But anyway, that was pretty much it. Not the hardest fight in the world, just a lot going on, a lot of chaos. I think it's not too bad to solo, not too bad to co-op if you find a group to play it. It's not especially difficult. It doesn't press you to, the time limit of the fight with the damage checks that are required. It just might, destroy your device or overheat your device depending on what you're working with. Anyway, that is going to do it for today, though, everybody. Primal Zodiark's trial down, more endgame content in co-op to come. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.